What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at a woman who basically believes that she's being electronically tortured by somebody completely random, it seems like, to believe in aliens, or that the aliens themselves are electronically torturing her. It's insane. I don't know. The whole story is just, it's psychotic at this point. It's pretty crazy, but the story is very out there. And it's pretty good, so we're going to take a look at it. Lots of interesting concepts in this one. I want to get right on into this one because, honestly, there's a lot to take a look at in this one. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and roll the footage.
I've never had any trouble sleeping. My son's never had any trouble sleeping. And my son's with me 24/7. So he started staying up till 4 or 5 in the morning. I started staying up to 4 or 5 in the morning, sometimes not going to bed at all.
Well, I'll be damned, that's probably the best explanation I've ever heard as to why you're staying up until 4 or 5 in the morning. You know, kids, they don't stay up until 4 or 5 in the morning for any other reason than aliens, you know, summoning their inner mind to torture them with electronic shock and to take over your household. And there's no other reason. There's no reason that humans ever just, you know, lose their sleep pattern and basically stay up all night. Personally, I stay up until 4 or 5 in the morning a lot. I do it weird. I have a weird sleep schedule. I mean, I'll sleep all the time. I'll sleep until 1 or 2 in the afternoon after staying up until 4 or 5 in the morning. I don't get sleep deprived until the aliens can electronically shock me. Maybe I'm just not a target, though. Maybe that's the problem. So, well, I guess we'll have to go a little bit further into this to see if that's the problem.
When I started finally catching on that this is somebody definitely messing with me, they would start to do other things like the actual gang stalking.
Debbie would think that airplanes and birds and things like that were following her. She would see an airplane in the sky, and if it happened to be going the same direction she was going, then it was actually sent to follow her.
Alright, so there's two pretty critical pieces of evidence right there to believe that aliens are pretty much electroshocking you from wherever they are in the universe, you know? You're staying up really late at night, your kid's staying up really late at night, just no explanation for that one. And airplanes are randomly flying in the same direction as you. There's thousands of flight patterns all over the world. They go in all kinds of different directions to different cities, and, you know, one just randomly goes in the same direction as you. That has to be alien interference, folks. There's no other explanation. Actually, no, never mind. It's not even alien interference. They were sent to stalk you. Same thing with birds. Birds, actually, I can't even say anything about that because birds are, we pretty much know this one for a fact. Birds are just government conspiracy projects. You're telling me pigeons are natural creations? They aren't actually just government prototypes with camera eyes? Seriously? Have you ever seen a pigeon act naturally? Honestly, this might be the only point I ever agree with this woman on.
There's some kind of like smart dust. It's brownish yellow on my appliances, on my walls, on my floors. And I could mop my floor, come back 10 minutes, mop it again, and there it is again.
Oh, come on, just man up and taste it. It doesn't look that bad. It's like neon green, at least on the camera. Just taste it. You don't know. That is some pretty concrete evidence, though. Aliens just electro-torturing everyone in the house. They're like, okay, how can we trick this woman into believing that we, the aliens, are, you know, interfering with her life in every way possible? So we have her believing the airplanes and the birds in the sky are following her. We have her, you know, staying up until the crack of dawn every single morning along with her son. We're interfering with her life in the most just completely ridiculous ways possible. Just ways that don't even make sense. What else can we do? Oh, okay, let's spread random powder and materials throughout her house that she would probably never equate to aliens. Let's do that.
She was taking the Clorox wipes and wiping the wall and telling me, look at this, why is this color coming off? Well, in my mind, I'm thinking if you're taking a product that's a Clorox bleach and putting it on paint, something's gonna come off.
Yeah, I would say that's actually a pretty sound observation. Like, I'm not even being ironic or anything, I'm not being facetious. That's a pretty sound observation. I mean, you put like a very strong household cleaner on paint, you know, something might come off, but pretty circumstantial evidence coming out of this whole situation. The aliens are definitely on their way, folks. But the problem is we're not getting an explanation as to how the aliens are doing it. You know, we have the aliens, they're electro-mapping our minds, they're probing in, they're taking over, and they're ruining our lives, making us stay up until 4 or 5 in the morning. We need some actual, you know, detail on what's going on here. We just have, oh, this is what's going on. We need more. I need more.
What do they do to win? Where's the goal line?
I think a lot of it, I've heard that they want you to commit suicide or die of a heart attack from the electronic torture.
Okay, what? Oh my god. That was so out of left field that my brain just got shocked. Anyway, even if that made sense, that... Okay, no, they don't. The aliens don't want you to commit suicide or die of a heart attack. First off, why would aliens pick you, of all people, to torture? Why? That still has yet to be explained. Second of all, why would, in this whole thing, like when they're torturing you and they're obviously having fun doing so because they've continued to do so for however long now, why would they then just say, okay, let's destroy our toy and make it kill itself? Why would they do that? What creature intelligent enough to probe another creature from millions of miles away and take over every function of its life would destroy its connection? Why would it do that? And where are you getting this information from? I would love to know who told you this, because that has to have been an awesome conversation, and I would love to talk to that person.
You said, I believe this is a mental illness. This is all in her mind, right? That's your belief. Yet...
Okay, so now they're kind of like talking about the whole situation regarding, I guess this is like her husband, her boyfriend situation. So he's like kind of dealing with this side by side with her, which is really weird because throughout this whole thing, he's living in the household with her. She was talking about how it's not even just her who's dealing with this whole situation, because obviously the boy, he's staying up until 5 o'clock in the morning. He's been messed with by the aliens too. The aliens are targeting the family. It's not even just her. If we're being honest, the boy's probably up until 5 in the morning playing fucking Fortnite. That's what's probably going on. But, honey, are you staying up until 5 a.m. because of the aliens? Yes, Mom. I'm staying up until 5 a.m. because of the aliens. But let's get back to the point. This guy has somehow just been relatively unaffected by this whole situation while remaining in the house. And he's like skeptical, but he's open to the situation because he loves her. Let's be honest. And I'm not going to be like, oh, whatever. Yeah, he loves her. It's a human emotion, whatever. But he's open to the idea because there's apparently a bunch of people on the internet who claim that this is happening to them or whatever. And he thinks that they suffer from a mental illness. I think they suffer from mental illness. You probably think they suffer from mental illness because, let's be honest, how many sane, rational people who don't have mental illness do you know are walking through the streets like, yeah, I stayed up till 5 in the morning last night milli rocking because the aliens were out here just electroshocking me and torturing me, man. So Dr. Phil's like challenging him now, but this is his stances. And honestly, I gotta kind of agree with him because it's clear that he's only really open to the idea because there's a lot of people who actually claim this, and he's not open to it because he wants to be contradictory to his point. But get ready, folks. This is when the aliens actually start making the invasion. This is when they step up to the plate, and we really start seeing the aliens.
About 3 years ago, I started seeing lights in the sky. And then I started seeing alien beings. One time they were having a bonfire. They would sit on people's porches. They even had like this thing that they jetted around in, like a backpack. Little kid aliens.
So you're telling me you saw aliens? They came to Earth, okay? Aliens came to Earth. And the most fun that they found on the entire planet was having bonfires, sitting on people's porches, and playing with jetpacks. They didn't go to an amusement park. They didn't walk through the streets and destroy things. They didn't get their meat topped off. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. You're really telling me that's what happened. I'm about to keep it a stack solid, then these aliens suck. Point blank period. If the most fun that they can find is having a bonfire, I don't want aliens to come to Earth because they're horrible and I don't want them to come. You since you have contact with them, tell them not to come. I don't want them here. I don't want aliens on Earth. They suck. And if the most fun that they can have is setting a fire and sitting around it and sitting on a front porch, I don't want them around. I thought aliens coming to Earth, they'd be like a big diplomatic meeting, like the most influential handshake in like human history. There'd be like big spaceships and, like big banquets. Like we'd be out here like, playing basketball and stuff with like alien kids and stuff. We'd be having like alien and human Olympics, like crazy stuff, man. Just something insane. But apparently they just come to play with bonfires. Are you kidding me?
I started seeing scratches on my side table and the walls cracking and stuff. They were trying to make me believe that there was these two little alien kids running around my house.
Yeah, because, furniture never gets scratched. Like, you never get scratches, especially in wood furniture. Those never show up, ever. Paint never cracks off walls. Nothing. That never happens ever. No reasonable explanations for those ones.
After a while, reality stepped in and I realized someone's messing with me.
Okay, so reality stepped in and you realized that someone's messing with you. Good, okay. I'm really glad to hear that. Okay, that's relieving. I'm glad that happened. Okay. I was getting a little bit worried there because for a while you were kind of scaring me with all this. It was like kind of nonsensical.
The harassers were using holograms, messing with my optic nerve to make me see things.
Oh, never mind. Oh, okay.
I was doing dishes one day and I felt this huge electrical shock on my left side. It brought me to my knees and it hurt really bad. Stalkers Away has consumed my life. When I try to talk to my husband about it, he just kind of blows it off and act like it's not happening.
Honestly, though, it's really sad. Like, when you hear that, it's sad. Because, like, I know, honestly, this whole time, I've been making kind of a joke out of it, and I've been, going along with it and everything, but when you really listen into it and you hear things like that, it's sad. Because, like, imagine how that's honestly affecting their relationship. Because, like, obviously, this dude cares about her. He stayed in the household and everything. A lot of people, when this chick's talking about, oh, I'm being electronically stalked and I'm seeing aliens, and there's people... I have smart skin. They would have just straight up left. Like, they would have just dipped on her and the kid. And she's obviously suffering from something. She's obviously not well. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with her, but she clearly needs some sort of, like, mental attention or something. Like, she needs to go to a psychologist or she needs to be diagnosed with something. There is no way she is just like a normal, sane human being walking the streets talking about all this stuff. Just saying. Anyways, that's going to be it for the video, you guys. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're brand new around here on my channel. Follow me over on Twitter at @SubToOptimus. I post memes, thoughts, and updates over there. It's a surefire way to get notifications of all my newest content. Join the Discord down below. Lots of great things going on down there as well. Thank you to my channel members. Your support helps my channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, being electronically stalked by aliens, and signing out.